Welcome. I am Miss Codex. Welcome to my space, my fairyland, my circle of safety, and also your home. There are those out there that don't have a home, whether that be in their family, in their environment, in their city. It can be any form of not feeling like you are at home. So I call you now into this space to be a part of a council, an ancient council of light, of Atlantis, of the old ways, the ancient ways, the shining ones. We are here to guide. I am here to guide. And I am a vessel, I am a teacher, and I'm here to rock your world, y'all, because you are meant to rock your world. Bless you. Now, before I begin tonight, I want to first speak on the energy that is surrounding us at this moment. If you're here, if you found me amongst all the energy and frequency of others online, you are meant to be here. You're meant to find me as I am meant to find you. You are also an ancient one. You are someone of immense energy potential. You have awoken to the fact that you are meant to move through this space, this galaxy, this environment, this enticing platform to serve a higher purpose, whether it's for your own higher purpose or whether it's for the higher purpose of others. Only you will be able to know the answer to that. But I'm here to help you awaken to what you may be missing. I'm someone who has a lot of gifts, a lot of abilities in many different avenues. My spirit team wants me to now practice and utilize my channeling abilities, my ability to pull energy and listen, not just pulling energy from the energy that you are bringing into this video, because I want you to understand something. When you decided to enter this space through an exchange of energy with a computer or a handheld device, that in itself is an agreement. It is an agreement to share your energies, whether you know it or not. And what I ask of you now is that you become aware of this exchange, because there's a lot going on right now in the internet, intra intraordinary. I don't know, I just said intra. Where are you going with this spirit? Introducing, introducing, introducing your energies to other energies. And these are not always going to be for your highest good. So what they're telling me is you need to become more in line with your intuition, with your like internal truth, because that truth is going to be your own guide, your own advisor. And I know this might be like, how do I know, Codex? How do I know what my truth is? What is my guiding voice telling me that I should be doing? Well, when I first began listening, it was always the first instinct. Kind of like if you see a video, what's that first instinct? And not just the instinct from your mind. I want to be clear about that, because there's a lot of illusions when it comes to the production and the presentation of channel a channel, aka a introduction, aka a exchange of energy through the internet, through this quantum window. When you look at your phone or your device or your computer, that is a quantum window in time and space opening up, and you are agreeing to enter that. This is ancient codes. If you think this is all new to us, you're in the right place, because you got a lot to learn. But you already know this. That's the funny thing. You already know this. You just have to remember. You have to remember. So, with that said, don't listen to that initial mind. You want to listen to the heart, the pull. There's a weaving that is born within all of us that pulls us in certain directions. That is what you need to listen to. You need to listen to that whisper. And then over time, the whisper will get louder and louder and louder. You came here, you asked a question about yourself. And I know that seems very wide and just expansive, but you are expansive. The questioning of the self comes along with awakening. It comes along with the search, the hunt, the interrogation, and numbing, the numbing of your heart, the numbing of your mind. You want to know what is wrong and what is right. They're all the same. They all belong. They all exist just as you exist in your experiences. That search for truth is the correct path because that path has led you here to me. I was you and you are me because we're all existing in one moment in time. But our challenges, our difficulties that we experience as individual souls in this human avatar experience in a platform that is a soul growth program is all part of the plan. It's all part of the game. So if I am you and you are me, then what are we? We are one. I was choosing. We are one now. We're one. And we're all fighting ourselves. We're all fighting ourselves, my love. We are all fighting. And if we continue to fight and resist all forms of restriction and shame and guilt and just all those emotions that pull us from one direction to the next and also block our progress, then what will you be doing to free yourself, to free your mind? You know you want to. It just takes time. And when I say time, it means the journey of discovery, discovering you. Discovering you was your idea. You came here to discover you and your ideas and your magic and your beliefs and your wants, your needs. You want to know you. And you want to know your past yous. You want to know the true void of creation because it's in you, it's in your DNA, it's in your making. That's okay. It's okay not to listen to other people when they tell you you're crazy or you are on a woo-woo like magic chasing path. Like they just don't want to look at themselves. They don't want to look at the truth. They don't want to, and that's okay. That is their blockages and that is their truth at that time. It's not up to you to change that for them. But that is why we walk away. That's why we find the people that will teach us and mentor us and give us the clues, synchronicities that will latch us onto another journey among like a beautiful labyrinth that brings you back to you. And you are your own magical, beautiful best friend. And you're finding how to love you in all possible ways. Because if you can love all of you love all of you not only become practical if you didn't feel practical, which anything that doesn't make you feel practical in life is a fear. Anything that holds us back from like adventure is a fear. Anything that stops us from like the truth is a fear. It's just lessons of karmic remembrance of like the journey of being in the avatar. But the thing is, right now, we're on a path in time in this particular time space continuum, dimensional existence, we are here for a bigger purpose. There is a massive energy exchange going on right now in this game's, I want to say Earth history, but like this game's history. There's been a war for you, for control over you, for your own control of you. Like it's all you. That's the funny thing. This game is about you. When you power up an RPG, a role-playing game, it's about you. You're about you. It's all about what you look like, what you dress like, what you feel like, what you can do, what levels you can access, what game like secrets you can find. Like that is the truth. The truth is this is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be magical. It's supposed to be great. It's supposed to be like everything you could possibly imagine. And if you don't grind and if you don't level up or if you go for the cheat code or blah blah blah, the game becomes like less fun, right? I know because like I did some cheat codes with like Pokemon back in the day. And once I got like all the cheats for like there was this one version where you could have like your little house and you could buy little things for your house. When I did that, the game just lost its appeal. It got so boring. I was like, the magic's gone. And I was like, the magic's gone now. Why is it gone? Because I took the magic out of the journey. The journey is getting to like earn those pieces of furniture, earn your environment, earn. Earning is progress, earning is truth, earning is joy. There is joy in progress, and you know this, especially if you played the cheat codes. Like I love those cheat codes. It was really, really exciting to get the key, right? To get the cheat code to bust the game wide open and get everything I want, like right now. Like I need it right now. But the thing is, that is immature and stupid. Like, are you happy in the end? No, you're not happy. That nothing feels real. It feels like an illusion. An illusion. Everybody who's on a certain level in this game, when they come into this game, they know this. They know that getting what you want all at once, easy, is the illusion. The illusion is is a dream. And our dreams are the truth. When you go through that process of finding and working and growing and achieving, oh, it's just this ecstasy drop in your brain, and you're just like, you're in the game, you're the game player, and it's just fucking magical. Oh my god, it's fucking magical. Oh no, it's not fun to cheat at the games. It ends up realizing you end up realizing it's not fun. It's not fun to not play the game the long way. And some of us have had long journeys. We've had multiple lives of having to level up our avatar. We've had to be like, okay, round 2 now, I get a new look because I'm at a certain level. I'm gonna like update my wardrobe. But like, what about to tell you that this life, if you're here with me right now, you're gonna get it. This is the land of possibilities. This era is the magic era. It's like we've worked hard or we've come in to change something drastic in the energy of this game because something has been stolen. There is a long feud that of like hackers, people who are cheating the game. They're cheating the game. And the management, the upper level like reps, the CEOs were like, oh no now. We can't have that be happening. You know, people need to earn that. They need to feel the success. But the funny thing is even when they said no, they realized that this is part of God's plan. This is part of it all. This whole journey is like another version of the journey. It's like, okay, now we get to do another play where we get to go in and like fix the game, you know, like, and we're gonna all learn something new. It's like always new ways of learning for our souls because our souls are so ancient that we're meant to learn so much. Like any way we can tweak it. Like so it's almost like it was meant to happen. It was let happen because God was like, okay, let's do it. Let's see what we can get from this. If that's what creation wants to do, if that's what their choice is, the freedom of different energies, like I'm gonna okay this. Like, and I don't even know if he okayed it. He's just like, okay, like this is happening. You know, they're my creation. Cool, man. Cool. Very cool. So let's see what the forest has to say to us. The three of earth, of boons. I just got this deck today, and I don't even know what a boon is, but it's magical AF, and it's like ancient wisdom and spell work in the earth magic, right? And we have to find our way back to that because right now it's very lackluster. It's very full of lack. You're not outside enough. You're not feeling the creative juice, the spark to like step out the front door and see what the earth has to offer you, what the gnomes and the fairies, the fae, they want to show you. And I had to do it too. I had to get out there. And sometimes I went out like once a week back in the old days, you know? And until you do that, you won't be able to see your options. You won't be able to find out more answers. When I took my massive journey into the unknown, out like looking for land to purchase, that was magical. That's like my story. It's like the first climax in like my journey was being out in nature with no signal and wondering what was going to happen next. Like the the fool's journey is following that heartstring, right? You're following the path of like least resistance. You're following like, what if? What if this is this? See the world as a role playing game. See it as like that because like the closed off version that we were born into in our minds and what we were taught is wrong. How can this not be as great as a role playing game like Zelda or Final Fantasy? Like, why can't that be this? What is telling you that that is not possible? That you can't weave and have visions of magic? Like, who's telling you that? You need to look deep and figure out who hunted your mind, what was the lesson in that hunting, and what will you gain when you turn it around? What will you gain? Well, you'll gain less pain, less struggle, less anger. I'm feeling like someone who's very, very easily just like pushed to the limit and overworked. I see overworked, attacked, threatened, but like in a passive way. Threatened in a passive way. Just kind of like bullied in a pessimistic, passive way. And you don't feel like you can reach out to anybody. You don't feel like you have anybody to reach out to. But that's not true. You can reach deeper into you. And of course, you're here, right? I'm here for you. Because this journey, I know it inside and out. Spirit made sure I knew. It made sure I knew how what I've gone through so that I can be a true advisor, a true guide to others who are needing of that assistance. Because when you can't figure something out, when you feel like crap, you have to go deeper. You just have to sit down, block out the world. And it's not going to be what everybody expects it to be. You won't just like sit down in meditation or, you know, stop going out or, you know, play with some crystals or do some tarot yourself or read about magic or read about like history. Those are just keys. It's just like different aspects of the puzzle of you. And it all blends into one big answer sheet that you have to figure out like, you know, what word is missing on this answer sheet that's involved with this puzzle over here. And I know that sounds like a crazy maze, right? But then you realize this is a labyrinth of my own making. I knew I was going to go on this journey. I knew that this would happen. And you just got to look at each piece of that puzzle as like joy, like a mission, a fantasy, like, you know, special quest. That special quest has got something you need. It's got something you are missing. And when you start to think that way, you won't be sitting all Debbie Downer and like, like don't like this. I'm bored. Like, oh, like, because I know that feeling. Oh my God, I've been there so many times, like so many times in my journey. And I think back, I'm like, why? Why was I so mad? Why was it so magical out in the forest? And I was like following, aliens and taking photographs and blah, blah, blah. Like, because I was in it. I was living the joy. But Spirit eventually told me, like, that was part of the plan. Like, for me to go from here to there, ding, ding, like, literally, like, down, back, down, like, literally, like, up, down, up, down, up, down. Like, that was my journey of my personal journey to experience all the emotions that I possibly could and also remember as much as I could. And that might not be what you are going to go through. That is why it's important that you learn what is your intuition. And when you know, you know, you just know. And if you don't know, eventually you will know, because then you'll realize that that was all part of the game. That was all part of your journey, like to find out like the answer to something about your abilities or your information you gathered. It will happen when that wizard comes in on like the horse and is like, I have information for you. And I'm that wizard right now. I have information for you that this is part of the journey, that I am this. Like, I am you. And if you're looking for that information to keep you pushing on your journey, well, damn, wake up. Wake up to what you are. Pure effing magic. 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 Your eternal magic. Eternal effing magic. Magic. It's a fucking paradise. Magic. I love magic because magic has been shown to me so many times when I was lost and I didn't know what I was doing. And I like when I started to see the pieces, and when I was deep in the thick of it, like really depressed and then really high, I would get these like little like lamp posts, these little lights bulbs that would just like appear in like random ways, like through somebody I met, through a book I'd pick up. But in the end, it was all me. It was all my intuition. My guides were just kind of hanging out, being like, yo, she knows what she's doing. She's at the right place, the right time. And the coolest thing is that when I was really in like the magical like expectation. When I was in the magical thick of it, okay, when I was out in my land in nature, following my heart strings, my heart weaving, right? I experienced legit real checkpoints in the game, like real fucking checkpoints, where like this orb would fly down and would light up a part of the road and it would flash. And then if I came back to that part of the road again, it would do the same thing. And like we photographed it, we recorded it. It's just freaking wild. Like, and I heard it in my heart. Like I heard it not in my mind, but like outside of me. And I knew they were speaking to me that this is the checkpoint. I saw it come above a hill, this mountain. And we went back and forth, like having it do the same like movement, and it would reset. It would literally reset. And I knew that I was on the right path. I was in the right direction for my journey. Like, awesome, man. Like I set this shit up. Like I set up my own personal checkpoints. So like what is your personal checkpoint gonna be? Like what have you set up for yourself to experience? Because that's my experience with magic, with how real this all is. I was meant to experience supernatural, multidimensional experiences because I am that, just as you are. It might not come across the same way to you. You know, your challenges may not be my challenges, but my challenges will show you how to look at your challenges and turn them the correct way. Turn them the correct way so that you can progress on your journey. Because if you get stuck, it's only because some part of you is in resistance. That resistance of the heart space, that pure feeling of joy. When I was battling this feeling of joy, this spark of life, I would have moments of clarity when I'd fall into that heart space and I'd be like, oh my gosh, it is so easy. Why would I ever resist joy? Why would I ever resist peace? Why would I put all these blockages upon my life, upon my mind, when it feels so good? It feels so good. And then the next morning I'd reverse, or like something would happen and I'd be like, man, like I'd be like complaining, or I would be thinking poorly, or I just have like these little demons, these habits that would just pop up. And I had to look at them again when you have to become aware of what you're thinking. When I used to wear tape across my mouth because I was like, I gotta figure out how to shut the fuck up because I keep talking and creating and manifesting with my powerful words. I was into like researching the history of certain words so I could understand like the vibration of the words. Like I've learned so much about words and the things that spirit has shown me about the frequency and vibration of like consonants and like the way we use our mouth to pronounce certain things blew my. That's why words and singing is so powerful. That's why light language is like wow. It can change the environment that you are in. It can change the world if you know what is possible. That's what's been hidden from you. That's what you need to learn. You need to learn the truth about the power of sound, the power of sound that you can create in your journey, whether it be singing, whether it be an instrument, whether it be you rapping. I don't know. But what comes out of your mouth is not a lie. It is power. It is pure, pure power. It is pure power. And you're ignorant, or just, I'm sorry, you're not ignorant. I'm only talking, I was ignorant. That's me. I was really ignorant because I didn't love myself. But that ignorance was backed by shame. It was backed by lack of forgiveness. It was backed by um, regret and false doctrines that held me trapped. And it was embedded. And it was part of my journey to break that wide open. And that's why I had alien experiences, why I had multidimensional supernatural magic happen, because it showed me that this doctrine, this dogma, was telling me I couldn't be God when Jesus himself is saying we are gods, we are one with God. And when I dug deep into the Bible, man, that stuff just like exploded. I just started reading about stuff and like seeing, the truth. And I remember when I first was showing Zeitgeist, holy crap, Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist was like the pre-awakened like mamas and daddies that were like, gotta start waking the world up. They were like the first wave, okay? And the creators of Zeitgeist, thank God they came through my boyfriend, because he showed me that movie when I was struggling with like what is up with Jesus and what is up with church, because Jesus seemed really cool. So why is everybody like putting all their faith and responsibility onto somebody? And when I saw Zeitgeist, I was like, whoa, all these religions are the same story, same information, just told a little differently in different colors, all related to Earth, the zodiac, time, illusions, truth. If you haven't seen it, see it. Zeitgeist. Very cool. Yeah, that was a trigger for me. But now, if you don't feel like you are that magical yet, you soon will. Spirits tell me you will. You're going to learn that magic is very real. You just haven't asked for it yet. You didn't know you wanted it yet because it wasn't that time in your journey. Because you're now stepping out, you're ready to experience. The magic is coming. The magic is already there. But the magic of the mind space, the magic of our reality, the 3D reality, and all the dimensions of existence tells me, it validates me, it validates you, it tells you that you can move forward, you can adventure, you can experience, you can imagine, you can go away from all that junk in the trunk of like old teachings, old pathways. You can explore, you can have fun. You can play. And when that magic comes, your perception reality will shift, because when you perceive something that is outside of your own mind, your own knowledge bank, the only thing that will happen will be that you remember the magic. You remember the magic. The time you spent in Egypt, in the mountains, in the snow, in the seas, as an animal, as a dolphin, I'm hearing, as a monkey, as a ladybug, as a fly, as an explorer, a magical explorer of existence, understanding all energy, all forms of being. That is true magic. Magic of life. The magic of experience is yours. Your experience is now online. Thank you for coming to this space, and I hope and pray that your guides show you some crazy magic, because you're gonna see it. Now, will you like what you see? Hell yeah, you're gonna like what you see. You're gonna be like, what is going on? And that is what you need to understand, is the best part, is not knowing what the F is going on, because that is true adventure and true excitement. Okay, now, thank you for joining me. I am Miss Codex. Please like and subscribe if you are ready to rock and roll with me and my messages, because the journey for you has now begun. Rashe, e beta bore quinto esta. Good night, goodbye, and see you soon.